It's Sunday, and you know what that means. It means that we are boarding the tour of love. We are raising the frequency of the world through love here on this show. And today we are exactly doing that. Our guest, Kelly Ann Collins, a woman that understands what it is to be groovy and to share the love. I am Tamara L. Hunter, and I am joined by my co-hosts, Caroline Berzins and POE. So it's Sunday. And have you grabbed your mug? And do you have your favorite thing in it? I got some water going on. Yeah. Oh, Tour of Love show. Yay. So I want to say thank you for being here, and the Tour of Love mug. That looks pretty darn cool, Caroline. I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everywhere in the world, to all of those that support this show. This show is all about sharing the love and also bringing light to an organization by the name of CB4L.org, also known as Chemo Buddies for Life.org. We believe in healing through connections within a buddies network and a lot of humor, hope, heart hugs, and a lot of love. That's the Tour of Love. We have our senior ambassador, Caroline Berzins, and POE. He is on our board. However, today it's all about Kelly Ann Collins. Kelly Ann is the owner of a gift basket, but it's so much more. Love to hear from you, Kelly Ann, what it is that you're doing with your business.
So I have a gift basket business, and it's named after me, and I do unique gift baskets. But just recently, I decided, after being inspired to take on the Tamara's charity for this month, I was talking with somebody, and we decided to collaborate, and I am making gift baskets that are geared for patients, children, adults, also like parents of the children who are going through this horrific, everybody has issues in life. And when you look out there and you hear about someone else's story, it really makes you stop and reflect on your own issues and go, why, mine's not as bad. And I know that cancer is not a wonderful thing to go through. And to back it up a little bit off of me, the reason why I'm so honored to be here today, and I thank you, everyone that's here, is because of the fact that I love the whole theme and concept behind what Tamara is doing with the CB4L and the concept. I think it is a unique, and it is needed, very needed. And I love the humor, hope, heart hugs with a whole lot of love. I just love the whole concept and the vibe that's going there. And I'm very honored to be sponsoring it this month. So with that said, my basket, to go back to that concept, is I'm creating baskets, and 25% of the sale of those baskets are going to go back to your organization and other I'm going to try to figure out. I have another one that I'm going to be working with. But between the two of you guys, those proceeds when I sell those baskets will be going back to you guys. And the basket's going to have products in it that are meaningful to the parents and also meaningful to the children. So I'm creating a basket that has a blanket in it, that has herbal teas. I've done some research on it, that are teas that they would be allowed to have. Keeping in mind that since Tamara and I briefly talked about online, it can be an issue for some going through this. So keeping away from a lot of the scents and stuff like that. I will have little small, Caroline, you're going to love this. I found some little art paintings because I like that also, the concept of being able to express. Now, these are already things that they can just color, but there's still a form of art. So I have art, little different pieces of art in there that they can color according for age groups. I have snacks for the parents. I have journals in there. If a child is a little bit older, of course, a little one can't journal. But if a child is a little bit older, I have a journal that I can include in this gift basket, and a journal for the parents, a notebook for the parents. I also have I call it an emergency kit. If they have to leave and just go with just the purse or whatever, and just take the child and get them to the hospital, or they forget, I have a little kit in there that's got your little essentials for your toiletries. And I'm trying to partner with somebody to do like a hand sanitizer, because little kit, because that's important, because your immune system is really run down. So trying to get that also into the basket. And little stuffed animals. So there's just a few little items. I don't want to take the whole time talking about that. I know you have a whole big show planned today, but that's pretty much what my baskets are going to be. Once again, they're going to be created unique and individual. So if a grandparent calls and says that their wonderful granddaughter or grandson's going through something, the toys, everything will be geared for that person. So these are items that are there, but it will be geared for what that person or that parent is kind of more requesting.
And may I just follow up, and then I'm going to pass it over to my co-host. And that is, this is for those that are affected by cancer, and it could be child or it can be an adult, because both Poe and I are survivors of, and we have that one chapter in our book of life that had that word on it. And then Caroline, she is a support buddy, and yet she has been a support buddy to someone that was facing it as a child. So we've got the whole gamut here. And so your baskets actually can be, because you customize and they're all unique, it can be for a child of any age, right?
That is correct, and that's just the one uniqueness. I do gift baskets for birthdays, anniversaries, but I mean, I'm gearing this for this show today. But yeah, I can do gift baskets for just about anything for businesses. But this is something special and unique, and those baskets in particular will be going with the 25% that I will be giving back off the sale, the proceeds of those. And this month, and then I'll wrap this up this month. For you guys, I am doing donating $2 off of each sale of gift baskets for this month. But I say that if there isn't any sales, if nobody needs a gift basket, I still will be donating to. That's how I work with each of my charities each month. I still do donate regardless, because it's not fair to the charity to promote and say you're going to get something and you're planning on that little extra, and then because I don't sell anything, I don't give you anything. No, that's not how I work. I still will give you a donation at the end of the month.
Well, the intention is there. Now, I want to pass this over because Poe, you've faced that, and you have faced a lot of different things, and I want to go into what you feel about all of this? Because there's the intention, and we talk about the frequency of love on this show. When you are a business owner and you have decided to give back, and in what we call cause marketing in many business, business circles, there's a frequency in that, isn't there?
Yeah, there definitely is. It's and that's why it works is because a sale, somebody might need a something, a widget or this and that, but and even when you do it out of love as a gift, that's a huge piece because you're doing it from a heart place rather than just, oh, I think I need a new hammer kind of thing. And so that expression of love and vibration touches both the giver and the receiver. But then when you wrap it in with a cause like the many causes that we've talked about, and the CB4L and people who have survived cancer and supporting people, it becomes an expression of so many things and so many people in a community of love. And and I want to find out, where can you find these things too, because as you see, I mean, um, there's we all have gone through that fear. You brought that chart, and we go through all those different stages to bring up gratitude and joy. A lot of times, when I was diagnosed, 10, now it'll be 11 in about 2 months. It'll be 11 years, and the surgery, the prognosis was not good, and so I was down there in that. I was definitely in the grief, fear, just kind of emptiness, and hard to jump right to love, because it's like, are you kidding me? I just got news. So one of the things that's so important is, how can we take little steps and express something that takes us up one notch? I got COVID in December, and I was down there in fear and almost apathy, just like, oh, whatever. And then I thought, no, whatever. I want to get angry. And if you see, anger is up at 150, apathy is down at 50, or fear. So moving up that ladder, that scale of vibration, will take you into courage, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, all those steps that really is not only something that heals your body and heals the situation sometimes, but it attracts like energy from other people. So you start to bring people to you, just like Kellyanne and Caroline and you, Tamara, and all the people that are involved in this. It is like frequencies, like hearts and minds that resonate. And that's what's not only kept this thing alive, but has just exploded in many ways in a beautiful movement, which we call the Tour of Love.
Right.
And so, Kellyanne, I mean, where can we find this, see some of these things? And these are not, what I'm hearing is, it's not like, okay, do you want A, B, or C? These are customized. So that's a lot of not only work, but that's a lot of concern or compassion for the individual receiving it and the individual giving it. It sounds like, right?
Yes, I try to make each of my baskets that way, because I believe that's the purpose of giving a gift. Anybody can, and I'm not offending anybody, please. I've done the same thing, and I have done it, is you go and you get a gift card. But sometimes, and that's just as much appreciated, don't get me wrong. But sometimes in certain situations, like with sympathy, or if someone's going through something, that extra special really says, hey, I stopped and I thought about you. So that's why I got the concept and figured I wanted to do something different than just a generic gift basket, and said, here's what you get to pick from. Here's my website, and here's what you get to pick from. I like to create them.
Where do they see them? Where can they see these?
Okay, right. I'm still in the process of working them up and staging a few for pictures, but they will be on my web page. That's Kellyanne's Gift Basket Creation and more.com.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And creation gift basket with an S?
Yes, so it's Kellyanne Gift Basket Creations, yes, with an S, and more.com.
Okay.
Wow. Well, it's you talk about children and adults, and you could have done a lot of things. I mean, we all look at a situation, be it somebody that's got cancer or has gone through a horrible tragedy or illness or accident or a relationship or whatever it is. We can we oftentimes think, what can I do? Sometimes we don't have the right words even what to say. And sometimes we feel helpless and almost paralyzed to say, I don't know what I can do. What was it that said this would be a great expression because for you to come up with of something that pretty much you could do in any situation for any type of person and by any type of person, right? What was that motivated this is what I want to do? Because you probably thought of a lot of. Did you immediately think of gift baskets, or did you think of other things and thought, okay, this is why I want to do this?
I've done in my life. I've done floral. I was a florist, and I like being creative. And because of the fact of where I live right now, and because of the situation that I was in when I started doing the gift baskets or last year, the end of last year, I had to do something that I could do from my home that didn't require a lot, that could give me creativity to kind of help me heal. And so that's why I went with the gift baskets. It was around the holiday season. And so that's why I went with that. The gift baskets for the cancer actually came in a collaboration with somebody else I was talking to, and they help charities. And we were actually talking, and they actually kind of came up with the idea, and we spent some time talking about it. So I don't want to take all the credit and fame for that part of it. I really liked their concept. My charities each month was my idea, but I had help coming up with the gift baskets for cancer patients. So,
well, what I'm hearing and what's so beautiful about this, and Caroline, I'd like to get you in this because it's everybody has a form of expression and art, which is big to Caroline. And of course, now that I hear you were a florist, and that so it's a creative expression of creating this like a sculpture and art, but it's a gift and it's customized. Me, I do like music and I like film and telling stories. As far as drawing art and so forth, I can't do stick figures where you go, is that a boy or a girl or what? How come that person has 4 legs? No, it's not the legs. It's like, I'm that bad. Or gift baskets for me, I love trying to do it, and sometimes I get lucky, but most times it looks like one of my best friends I gave. He goes, "What did you go rob Cracker Barrel and just grab a bunch of stuff and throw it in a box?" And I said, "No, this is a gift basket from me to you."
Oh, that's funny.
I said, "How dare you?" And then I thought about it, and I thought, well, it kind of did look like it, but but it is a form of art and love because art is a great expression of love, is it not, Caroline? I'd love for you to jump in here, and you probably have some questions too. But I mean, we see your art, your motivation. You talk with groups and how healing through art. That's a big piece of it, isn't it?
It is. It's a creation of the mind. So when she's putting these baskets together, she's feeling the energy from inside her that she's giving out to others. And I like the idea that she's putting the creation in there of something to color. It doesn't matter what age you are, because remember, we talk about bringing out our inner child, right? So it doesn't matter what age you are. Pick up a coloring book, a pencil, and color. So I like the idea that she's adding that into the kids to have somebody find their inner child. And it's a great creation that way, and putting different things in there for people.
Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead.
I want to share right now a little promo, if you will, a little video of some of her baskets. It gives the address. So guys, get your pen, get your paper, because I want to make sure we've got it right. It's a long URL. It's a long email address. So we want to make sure you get it correct. And it's important, guys. In 1 week, we're going to talk about this next. In 1 week, we have Mother's Day. And this was strategic. Kelly Ann chose the month of May because of Mother's Day and the component. And so let's watch this and then go forward with the whole idea. In fact, I'm going to do a back-to-back because she gives an idea of how important gift giving really can be and how simple it can be.
Hi everyone, this is Kellyanne, owner of Kellyanne's Gift Basket Creations and more. And I just wanted to do a little food for thought today. With this year, there's been a lot of negativity, but we can end on a positive note. Get creative with giving a gift going back to the times when simple gifts brought happiness to our loved ones. For example, a handwritten note with a family photo, or that phone call to that loved one to say, I love you, and I was just thinking about you, and you matter. Or you can call Kellyanne's Gift Basket Creations and more, and we'll be happy to give you some more suggestions. Hope you have a wonderful day.
So we have Kellyanne gift baskets and more. And more is a very big part of finding the Kellyanne gift baskets, is we need to understand the and more. You know, I want to also shout out to you, Caroline, for bringing out really that inner child piece, because that's such a big component within our organization. We will be this Tuesday, because there was some snafus in regards to some of the technical issues last week. And so we are going to be having our healing through art and our inner child on Tuesday. And I'm so excited because, guys, I am a Star Wars geek. And what is Tuesday? It is the 4th. So may I say, may the 4th be with you. And yes, I am going to have my inner child doing something about the fact that it is going to be the 4th. Yet on Sunday, we have another big event taking place that many of us have mothers. And before we get too deep into the next segment here, I actually am going to share some of the talents of Poe. He put this together for our community last year and put a call out for different pictures of mothers and whatever combination that may be. And then he sang. And here we go. I love this one. One of my very favorites. Here we go.
Our love is unconditional. We knew it from the start. I see it in your eyes. You can feel it from my heart. Here on after, stay the way we are right now. And share whole love and laughter that a lifetime will allow. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give, make all your dreams come true. If you'll never find the love as true as mine. You will always be the miracle that makes my life complete. As long as there's a breath in me, I'll make yours just as sweet. As we look into the future, it's as far as we can see. So let's make each tomorrow be the best that it can be. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give, make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find love as true as mine. Along the way we find a day, it starts to storm. Promise of my love, keep you warm. I cross my heart and promise to give all I've got to give, make all your dreams come true. In all the world, you'll never find love as true as mine. A love as true as mine.
And I want
Happy
to say,
early Mother's Day.
yes. Next week. And so perfect timing if you're looking for that Mother's Day gift and that they get a hold of you like tomorrow or today. And so that you have a time to consult with them and then get it because you ship to locations. We talked about that on the Service Heroes show, correct?
Yes, that is correct. I just want to say, Poe, that was beautiful. That actually made me cry. You do such beautiful work. I watch you most every week, but if I don't watch it live, I watch the replays, and that was beautiful. But yes, I
Thank
do
you.
to answer your question. You're welcome.
Yeah, and sorry to step on your words, but LaWanna Bradford, I want to say thank you for sharing this and streaming it into the Celebrate You. Yes, no, if you could do it, you're not able to share. Okay, well, we'll make sure. We're having problems with Facebook still. We got a notification, and so if nothing else, we'll download and upload. We will share it one way or another.
I shared it out to her just now to her messenger.
Okay, hopefully it's live and on Facebook. And also, yes, there is a YouTube link. If you go to the CB4L community, it is live, I believe, in there. We'll go and double check it, but I do believe it is. And so back to you, Kelly Ann, you were saying that, yes, you can ship at different locations, that you can consult. And then I want to piggyback also off of what you shared about the handwritten note. There's so much power in that. And I was so excited. I was finally able to get to all of my handwritten cards and notes and all those things and stationery, because when you have, but you don't need those fancy, you can just have a piece of paper and write a note. That, I think, is such a powerful piece, and I want to recognize you for it. That's why I shared the clip that you had produced back at the end of last year when you were talking about just starting your company up. And my goodness, now you're, so many months into it. And what a nugget. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, Poe, you produced that song, sang and produced that song. And yes, Kelly Ann was it gets me every time too. I mean, I choke up every time when I see those pictures, when you see the love, when you see, and I love at the end how you do the tribute to your family and the newspaper article of your mother and your father, and then that big picture of the family. And I bet there's more people now, even every year it grows, right?
Yeah, not everybody can get together. Yeah, we've got, my parents, and yesterday was, or Friday, the Friday? Yeah, Friday was my dad's 87th birthday, and my mom's 85, a lot younger than him. And and they had they've had their 66th wedding anniversary. Actually this May, end of this month, is their 67th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's and so they have 20 grandkids and at least a half a dozen great grandkids, and I'm the oldest of 6 kids, and so people have spouses and girlfriend, boyfriend, so we get together for family events. And you need a big room and a wide angle lens on your camera to get everybody in there. And get everybody looking here. It's like, okay, can you see everybody's face? Nobody blink, okay? But it's like herding cats, I tell you. But but thank you for your kind words, Kelly, and your comments made my eyes water and cry, because it is out of love. And as I wrote another song about my mom, I said, thanks, Mom, because we wouldn't be here without you. How special that our moms are, and that love that we have, that nurturing love that we get, and that we give as mothers. So early happy Mother's Day. And yes, what better? I mean, the handwritten thing. Actually, I was just talking about some tough things with family, and you can, what can you do? Well, you can buy a card, like you said, sign it, say a few things. You can go buy a few things and make it like me looking like I robbed Cracker Barrel, and sent it to somebody, as my friend told me. That's all I did. It was hard. I spent a lot of time on that. It's like, but anyway, he was joking. But then you can type a letter, send an email, but none of that. But the last time, and so somebody suggested with one of my family members, really need to express something and have them feel the embrace of what I'm sharing. Of course, I do videos and pictures, but next to that is a handwritten letter to them. And when was the last time? I mean, I've read some letters that were written 10, 20 years ago, but when's the last time I've received or sent a really heartfelt, ink and paper handwritten letter? I think the world stopped. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? So it's a beautiful thing to customize these baskets, to have a piece of handwritten message, is getting back to really the essence of who we are in our heart, and expressing it in the purest way we can, rather than just ordering something on Amazon like I do and sending it to them. So yeah, sign the card. Hey, I love you. I hope all's good. Yeah, I'm sure that really made them cry.
Well, don't underestimate yourself, because you make people cry all the time when you do your gifts of the heart from your music and video and everything. And Luana's saying, my mom and dad are right behind yours, Poe. They're celebrating 65 years in July.
Wow.
I just want to congratulate your parents, Poe, your parents, Luana, and anyone that is able to give us that inspiration that we so need, that hope that it is alive and well, that love is truly out there, that unconditional love. And that's the thing about mothers. Mothers have this unconditional thing about them. Not every mother is perfect. That when you become that mother and you get that certificate that has your name on it, and then that baby that's crying that says, yeah, you're mine, and there's that job description book that comes with them, right? No. Yet, you know what happens is the heart, right? And the heart is such a big part. It's all about the love. And before we go any further with that, I do want to give an update because we're talking about love and the heart. And we have someone within our organization that in the middle of the night, you guys, you know, I'm going to do this because there was breaking news for this person in our organization and many in a certain area of Texas. So the breaking news that we do have, and up to as much right before we went live, I did get an update from Susan Billington. She did allow us to use her name, Susan Billington. She was in Hondo, Texas. Hondo, Texas this week was hit by a microcell. At the time when I went live, we didn't know what it really was, and as she was thinking it possibly was a tornado. Later, it was found that it was a cell that burst, and that there was these huge hail that did a lot of destruction. Destroyed not only vehicles and buildings, it destroyed things like trailer homes, and nearly everyone that was there had some type of destruction that took place. Then on top of it, tremendous amount of rain. And so it just so happens that, thank goodness, as far as we know, there hasn't been any loss of life. However, the loss of items, you know, you can say all you want about materialistic things. However, when you need a roof over your head, it's raining like crazy, and you're looking for a hot cup of coffee or something to eat, those things are things that are very helpful, and clean water. We are still giving updates on what's happening. It just so happens that Susan Billington had just gotten her home, which was a trailer home, a fifth wheel, and vehicle. Their names they're still waiting for names on the title. So any of our community, if you want to help, please see Caroline Berzins. She knows how to get right to Susan Billington. For anybody that's watching this show, should they decide that they want to help Susan Billington, that's what we're right now, because this is our community member and it is a 911 situation for her. If you would like to help, we are taking donations through cb4l.org, and please in the comments put Susan, and we will make sure that every single penny that comes to help her goes straight to her. So that is the update there. You know, everyone, it puts it into perspective, doesn't it? When all of a sudden, out of the blue, literally out of the blue, and she shared pictures in the morning when the sun came up and she could see really what was going on. They were in one building, the whole, because it's a very small community. It was a brick building and the windows had blown out. There was water all outside of the building. The vehicles were totaled. Many of the other structures that were not as solid were totaled or pretty well damaged. And it's from air and hail. It is incredible, out of the middle of nowhere. It brings it home in what we're talking about, how we can go up and down that frequency pretty easily when all of a sudden life throws you literally a curveball or a huge hail ball, and things are a bit challenging. And I would love to, again, talk about the fact that we in different areas of the world can be sharing with each other. That's what the Tour of Love's all about, right?
Yeah, it really is. And and the expression. I mean, goes back to both Caroline and Kellyanne, and you too, Tamara, as far as and myself, as for when we get in a difficult, challenging, sometimes a horrible situation, an accident, um, and an illness. Um, we obviously drop down in those lower frequencies. We have a lot of reason to be fearful and and just angry and so forth. But how do we shift that? Because we talk about love here, and it's hard to say, well, how do we express that, and how do we shift our own being into that higher frequency? And with each one of you, Kellyanne, with the creation, this is more a question to you and to Caroline, is that, and I've got an answer that I can already say. I want to wait, but something happens to me, I pick up a guitar and I write a song, or I play a song that has some connection or resonance to helping me heal, or just helping me let go of the emotions that I'm feeling, and that's a form of art. So with each of us, we've gone through things and challenges in our life, Kellyanne and Caroline and Tamara. How does that show up as part of the healing process for each of you when we say, you know what, I'm going to create this beautiful gift basket. I want to create the beautiful art that Caroline's got behind her in expression, or give it away, or you're even just doing it for yourself. Tamara, she created a whole movement with CB4L that was wacky, with fun music and going into a chemotherapy rooms and boas and everything. And that was a form of theatrical art that was healing, the doctors said. So I'd love for each of you, because I think as we all are faced with COVID or issues in our family, how can that represent a practice or almost a ritual of healing using a form of art of some kind? How about you, Kellyanne? How about you start us off on that?
Well, for me, doing the gift baskets, it is kind of a healing for me, because I like to put things together that I know someone's going to benefit. I'm a very caring person, so knowing someone's going to get that and it's going to make their day, it makes my day. So I like to help, and that's my form of being able to help, is to create. And I just kind of get into it from being able to pick and create it and do the theme and everything, from colors. It's just kind of therapeutic for me. Even my floral arrangements that I do too, I like to do them just to be able to pick the colors and see it all come together. So
Yeah, and then to experience that on the other end of somebody receiving what you've done out of art and love has got to be like the old saying is, I get back so much more than I give when I give from the heart. And I'm sure you feel that when somebody receives it and responds, that makes it all worth it. Caroline, how about you? All that art you've done, and you deal with a lot of people who have gone through tremendous challenges. You yourself are in Canada, and you're facing a lot of still lockdowns, and to use art as a part of your own healing and helping others to tap into that, which you are doing, and Christopher Kaysen and so forth. How does that work? How do you see that working so beautifully um, in that process? Because it's no matter, it doesn't have to be a paintbrush, and it can be guitar, it can be whatever, gift basket. But how does that work? How do you see that working?
A form of art, it doesn't matter what type of form of art it is. For me, it's painting, creating, releasing negative energy out of me. If I'm having not so good of a day, like I said, many times I look out my window and I just gaze into the nature, and something will appear in my mind and I will create it. I just like to release it. And a lot of my paintings I give away for challenges. I challenge my community to find ways in themselves of what makes them release negative energy and uplift themselves. So when I ask them to do, little things about themselves, I will give a painting away to the winner. And I usually put all their names into a little container, and whoever I pick out gets the painting for free. And sometimes I just give it away for free because they like the colors in it, you know, and that's what we talk about. Color brings a lot of happiness and joy and love to it. Just for an example, my husband loves Homer Simpson, and I created this the other day for him. So
I love that.
It's even got the donut.
Yes, it's got the donut, and he's actually eating the donut, as you can see. So my husband loves Homer Simpson, and so he saw my drawing. I did it in actually pencil first, and he goes, "Wow, that's really good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I thank you." So when he went to work, I decided to take it and draw it onto a canvas, and then painted it for him. And then and when he got home from work, I said, "Here's your Homer." And he was like so happy about it. And he's going to actually create a frame around it so that it's a gift to him, you know, and it's a gift of love from me and joy that, you know, I created something for him to make him happy, you know, and that's what this is all about. So it doesn't matter whether it's a coloring book or a piece of paper or a piece of art. It's how you express your inner child. So my inner child that day was to express to him, "Here's your Homer Simpson." And I wrote on my post, "It's a Homer Simpson day," because it was just being fun, you know, and creating that laughter for people. And people were actually, you know, laughing at the painting, but laughing that, oh my goodness, there's a Homer day, you know. So that's the joy that the art, music, or any type of creation that you do that brings out in people.
Yep. Tamara, you were, you know, don't know about your drawing or painting skills. I know we all know you love to sing, but
Yeah. Scary, that one.
but you actually did write the song. We co-wrote it with the amazing group of people for the Tour of Love, the 36-hour piece. So that was a creative part. But your form of when you were diagnosed and went into chemotherapy and the energy, what I would call pretty low vibration in a chemotherapy room where everybody's plugged in and looking at each other. I guess you could call it exhibition art. You were an exhibitionist. You and your buddy that you developed, and you created a form of what I would definitely consider art that became very healing. You even got your doctor on videotape talking about it. So how does that? I mean, so it doesn't have to be, you know, a stick figure or whatever. It's a creative process. Was that true in your case?
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things that many people don't know everything that I've done, I've actually had businesses around art. I've actually done custom dolls that I did all of the art. I did all of it. I customed the clothes, I customed the doll, I customed the face, painted the face, had them in a museum. I had an article on a Thanksgiving. Actually, I was on the city front page for in Anaheim Hills, California. And where I go, I actually have a very solid creative side. I just haven't been playing with it a lot, and it's going to come out a lot more because as I've been packing up my home, I'm finding all of my stuff, my fun stuff that I can play. But the answer to your question, Poe, is a very good question, and that is actually when I actually go to a whole nother place within me. It's a whole different place. I see that if I'm getting stressed out or something like this, what typically I have done, and every single year for years, I did not ever buy a gift. I always custom made every single gift to every single person. And it was about who it is and what they are and possibly how they could use something. And it was completely custom. And what it would all be would be, okay, it's similar to that's why I love what Kelly Aon is doing with the baskets. It would be, okay, what is this person facing right now? How can they possibly be lifted up? Find love, be joy, be comforted, whatever it may be that would be helpful for them. And then what can I do within my skill level that's not singing That's something else. And to make them happy. And it's been different things at different decades. Yet what I am now learning through the whole movement that we've been creating, two movements really that are combined into one, cb4l.org, that is then moved and it is propelling through the tour of love on, we are, guys, be ready. Be ready. This is going on tour. And that is that we can be promoting this, and I am seeing the same thing, and it goes back to what you talk about with all of this, the raising of the frequency. I am now understanding it that much more, and how when we are in that whole love and then the joy, and when we can get up to even that enlightenment, which is that godlike energy, not that any of us have ever felt it yet. If we ever have, we know what that feels like, and it is pretty darn exciting. And so thank you for asking it. And to go back to what Kellyanne is doing, I want to say thank you, Kellyanne. And in fact, I'm going to do it because one of the things I am having a lot of fun with, and Poe knows this, because I would call him up in the very beginning, like, can you help me with this? Or can you direct me with that? And can you help me with video and everything? And I am having so much fun with video. So this was created for you, Kellyanne. So on behalf of the Tour of Love and cb4l.org, I want to officially say thank you for joining the Tour of Love and for supporting cb4l.org during the month of May with your sales. And so, guys, Mother's Day, wink, wink, in a week. And we all have mothers, and they can be different people. And I want to recognize that too. They can be our actual birth mothers. They can be someone that's raised us. They can be a mentor. They can be a father that is now a mother, a dual role. It can be, whoever. It can be someone that has shared that love. And sometimes we can even be saying, hey, I've been mothering myself for a while. Well, buy yourself a gift and call it your Mother's Day gift from yourself, whatever it looks like. Our pets, are they not going to want to share the love? Mine brings me love every once in a while. Wink, wink. He thinks that he's really done something wonderful, and there's something, a wonderful treat at the door. Yay. Right? So sharing the love. We've got a few moments left, and I'd love to go around, and I'd love to also say this. If you did not see Kellyanne's Service Hero show, I would encourage you to go and watch that show, because that show shares her story, and her story is really significant. So on March the 3rd, was the day that we told her story. And in telling her story, you're going to even appreciate that much more. And you're going to want to buy your Mother's Day gift and all gifts to, to support her. So I want to say thank you for that. And then also, I would love to share and have everyone share what it is that you are going to be doing possibly in regards to this next week coming up for either? Is there something, I mean, because we're all facing, you know, one way or another, either post-COVID, during COVID, you know, whatever, wherever you may be in the world. What is it that you're going to be doing that is special for someone significant that would hold that title? In my situation, I just want to say I'm going to be remembering my mom and honoring her as we start to vacate the last place that I ever lived with her, and really excited for the next chapter, because that was what she was all about. She was all about looking for the fun and making a difference in this world. So I want to be honoring her in regards to that. Next, Caroline, why don't we go with you, and then we'll go to Poe, and then we'll leave it with Mary Kellyanne. We've got about a half a minute each, and then we can wrap it up after that. Caroline?
I don't know what to say. I'm in lockdown, so I can't go anywhere. But I will call my daughter, and, you know, wish her a happy Mother's Day, because, you know, she's become a mother of two. I'll call my mother, who lives 3,000 miles away, because I really miss her. You know, I wish she was here in Canada with us, but unfortunately she's not. And I just want to have that message with her, you know, and just tell her how much I love her.
Nice. Poe?
Well, I think for me, it's I'm down in Little Rock, Arkansas. I live 2 hours away from here. This is where my parents are. I'm at their house and celebrate my dad's birthday this weekend. And next weekend, of course, is Mother's Day, and they're you know, and they're 87 and 85, like I said. So time is precious, and sharing while we can. Because I mean, every day is a gift, and we never know, even ourselves, how long we're going to be here. So I want to write some handwritten letters to everybody. I want, even to the mothers of my daughters, and to my aunts and some of the mothers. I think I want to just stack up a list. Of course, I got to get mailing addresses and things that we aren't used to using, and I think I got stamps. But that's what I'm going to, in the next couple of days, I'm going to try to remember how to do that. Write a letter, put it in an envelope, lick a stamp. Yep, I can do that.
You've inspired Poe, Kellyanne. How beautiful. Beautiful. Kellyanne, what about yourself?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. It was an honor, and I'm so glad that I have this charity this month that I can help. It's for a good cause. And I've already sent my mom her gifts. I do that early, and I will call her on Mother's Day, and we talk almost every day, so I'll still call her on Mother's Day. And I just want to say, when he said about the note thing, every one of my gift baskets come with a handwritten note. So someone doesn't know what to say, I create it, or if they want to put something on it, then I write it. And thank you guys. It means a lot to be here. It's just an amazing, your work you do, Tamara, is amazing. And same thing with Poe and Caroline. You guys are amazing people, and thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here.
I want to just recognize everyone that has been here, and Coach Chuck, we love you. We love you. We love you. And we want to make sure that, your mother passed away 42 years ago on Mother's Day. Wow. You know, isn't that, and taking care of your baby? Yes, yes, yes. We love you, and thank you for everything you do. TGIF. Coach Chuck is, and backed up with Caroline Berzins, our senior ambassador. He does actually now, it is Aloha TGIF, open mic, and so much more every single Friday in the closed group. And Coach Chuck leads Fridays now. So I want to thank you for that. And all of those that are possibly facing something right now, please know cb4l.org. cb4l.org is here for you. And the Tour of Love will be taking off again this next week. And remember Susan Billington. And if you would, Also, say something nice when you are thinking, meditating, or praying. Thank you, guys. See you Sunday. Next week, Mother's Day. Wink, wink. Bye.
Bye.